Ahoj, dámy a páni, já vás vítám na mém kanále u Falloutu. Takže, je to naša kapitánka. No a... Cosworth. No teraz s nami rozprával, že chce by s nami ísť. Počkať. Čo tam máme? Že tam mám ísť. S niekým si mám prehovoriť.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Á, nákres je rozluštený.
Did you figure out the rest of Virgil's schematics?
I think so. Best I can tell until we actually try to put it together. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
Let me break it down for you. There's 4 main parts to this thing. 1, a control console to input the code and process the signal. 2, what he calls a relay dish. That's what intercepts the teleporter signal. 3, a molecular beam emitter. It's pretty technical here, but looks like this is what translates your matter into energy for transmission. 4, the stabilized reflector platform that you already built. That's what concentrates and reflects the molecular beam. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Takže máme stavať. Počkaj, čo som preťažený? Asi som... R. 369, no som preťažený. Co? 30 kg veteše. Či bolo málo? Na večer sa neprpchávaj. No, inventár, takže zbrane. Čo tu máme navyše? Automat. To je čo? Takže zbrane sme vyhádzali. Kostýmy. Hazma. Učňovská uniforma. Ja ti potrebujem na quest. Tak. No prosím, aha. Moje pomoc. To všetko vyhádžeme. Munícia. Dobre, a teraz tu na ranný výstroj, pomoc. Takže jediné, čo potrebujem je rad. RIKLMNOP. Rad X. Sa bude stačiť. Rad Away tiež sa bude stačiť. Room, Steam paky, všetky a opra... Vodka. Počkaj, kde je opravarenská sada? Pod O väčšinou. Zařen ostro. Počkaj, ako sa to volá tá opravárenská sada? Jo, dík. Rad. Na toho robota potrebujem ten... To boli... Tu bola opraverenská sada? Či? Ako sa to volalo? Ty peťa. Tak ideme od vrchu.
Marek Pankuch.
Ahoj. Čiže kapitán. Kapitán, nazdar Marek. Kapitán Rakovského. Med X. Odolnosť záření. A to by som si mohol nejakých pár zobrať. Melón! Mentanty zvyšujú inteligenciu a vnímavosť, no to už... Markova motovice... Je tu Nuka-Colu by som mohol, ale... Súprava na opravu robotov. Dobre. Ja nemôžem behať. Tak, upsne. Včko. Áno, zvláštní.
Marvy Games.
CS.
Marvel, nazdar. Ovládací panel. Generátor molekulárne...
Marvy Games.
Jaký máš bitrate?
Teraz 9,5 mega. Tak. A ešte ovládací panel. Ups. Počkaj, to má byť niekde pri tom? By bolo asi dobre, keď to bolo pri tom, že? Takto. Počkaj, je to ten... Stabilizovaná plošina. No plošinu už máme. Robotická... Prenosová anténa. Tu budeme tiež potrebovať...
Marvy Games.
Jaký byl víkend?
Šlo to... Takže tu nadáme anténu. A tu na ten... panel. Takto. Kelo, akorát mi tam musíš behať.
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
No a elektriku my sme ťahali... Počkaj, my sme tu postavili nejaký... Ja postavím nejaký ten generátor.
Vrahounek Nejnej.
Ahojda, páni, to je rozdíl, 3x větší obrazovka, 10x větší internet a maximální rozlišení.
Počkaj, niekde som tu mal generátor, nie? Čím ja tu nemám nikde generátor? Ide voda, energie. Aha. Ne. Nabitek, dekorácie. Elektrina. Generátor. A toto bude riaden oný. Počkaj. Prečo mi ho... Toto mi ukazuje a toto, aha. Takže... Ocelník. Produkuje 3... dobre. Tak ale aspoň máme takovou riadnu
Jellyfish.
barabizňu. Nazdar, Jelly.
Zdarec Vando.
Ja nemám hliník. Generátor. Počkaj, ten je zadarmo? Produkuje 5. Koľko sme ich potrebovali?
Vrahounek nejnej.
Ahojda, slunce naše jasné.
Počkaj, to nám musí mať nejaký ten stožiar. Či telefónny. Elektrika.
Jellyfish.
Vrahounku, ahoj ty
Konektory.
smíchy na podlaze.
Jellyfish.
Doufám, že máte všichni nalito, zítra zase začíná pracovní peklo.
No, mám naliatý. Pol liter čaja. Pardon. Až mi zabelo. Počkaj, spínače, elektrina, vodiče, prípojka vedení. Ješkoč.
Jellyfish.
Dal si tam alespoň rum.
Požaduje 20. Tak moment, ako zruším ty káble?
Vrahounek nejnej.
Zubící se obličej a mě dnes začalo 10 dní volna.
Jellyfish.
A pro počají se pije a nešňupe.
Jellyfish.
Díky za radu.
Vrahounku, závidím ti.
Takže...
Hrobar.
Kružítko je a je umrieť.
Proč na to nemôže napojiť? Oh. Už to funguje.
Jellyfish.
Hrobar ještě ty blbni, právě se dusil čajem.
Takže data. Najdi napojení pro zachycovací.
Hrobar.
Zdar banda 1, ahojky Kružítko.
Však už máme napájanie. Počkaj, teraz.
Just gotta make sure we've got enough power.
Ty blaho.
Jellyfish.
Sranda, že to vůbec nechci.
Job zdarec hrobar.
Make sure it's all on the same grid. All the parts have got to be able to talk to each other, you know.
Počkej, no. Musí být všetko spojené. To už je spojené.
Desert 909.
Ahojte, pekný večer, zelam všetkým v hre aj chcete.
Jellyfish.
Deserte, ahojky, zubící se obličej se smějícíma se očima.
No, tu najde kábel hore. Je spojená antena, je spojený toto. Ale toto s týmto nemám spojené. Či to sa spojilo tým, že sa toto napojilo? Vlastne toto nejde, s tamtým to je spojené. S ovládacím panelom to je tiež spojené. Energie 28. Čo robíme? Počkej, toto je úplná halus, toto. Chce šrotovať. Ne.
Desert 909.
Jeli, ahoj.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Když jsem odložil pomalý tablet a sedl si ke své sestavě, tak ten nárůst výkonu je tak enormní, že si připadám sám nějakej zpomalený.
No, energiu už máme 35, už to vyzerá byť dobre. Ja vlastne toto nabralo ešte energiu. On nedokáže prísť.
Jellyfish.
Vrahounku, tak toto nebudu komentovat, to zpomalení smíchy na podlaze.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Já hned věděl, že ti to udělá radost, obličej s úsměvem.
Desert 909.
Vrahonek mna napadlo presne tak, ako jeli.
A ideme sa na to vyspať. Máme nejakú postýlku.
Jellyfish.
Usmívající se obličej se svatozáří.
Co by sme mali mať? Kto tu spí v mojej posteli? Prestne. Ty. A ďauhni. To je nejaká postel. 1:47 do poludne, čiže 6 hodín. ráno, stávat a cvičit. Tak. No ideme toto stať. Mám si hneď brať oblek, alebo ideme len tak na blink?
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. Ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to
Jellyfish.
lock onto.
Vezmi oblek nebo
I
umřeš.
fire her up and we see what happens. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay. Hold real
Vrahounek
still.
nejnej.
I don't want any corruption
Tak
of the molecular
jdeš
beam.
za synem, tak tam nepůjdeš
By the way,
jako nějaká
I
lehká
figured this was
holka.
a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute, what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we
Hey.
better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Takže nemusíš nic zbierať. Prišiel si sem všetko vystriať. Počkaj, však. Však to nemôžem nič. Zavadím parametry úkolu. Čo sa deje? Prečo to nejde?
100 euro. Je ti 100 euro.
2,5 tisíce.
Hello.
Uletěl.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
It's stuck.
Ja som v tom výťahu, tak čo?
Naxon.cz.
Musíš načíst
I
holopasku.
can only imagine what you've heard. what you think of us.
No ale práve, že mi nešlo načítať žiadnu
I'd like
otázku.
to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape
Naxon.cz
It is
Tlačítkem
not
R.
easy. And our
Desert
actions are often
909.
misinterpreted by those
Doufám,
above
že ľudia
ground.
nebudú musieť preckat
Someday,
nukleárnu
perhaps, we
zimu.
can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Možno i nukleárné léto. Takové rozmarně nukleární léto.
Neviem, na čo to je.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Desert 909.
Tak ak bude leto, príde aj zima následne.
It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
To nemôžeš pozrieť niečo normálne.
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. To talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Jellyfish.
Fascinating.
Had jeden
but
puntíkatej nevděčnej.
the child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am...
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me.
Si robíš
I
srandu.
am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
No počkej, to sa mi nejak nezdá. Však ten, čo ho uniesol, tak to sme potom zabili a nebol dedo starý. Tu niečo smrdí.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far.
Je to syn, tak mu to zakaž. Je moc malý na to, aby měl institut.
Fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this
John Wolf.
Ahojte všetci, ako sa dnes máte, pozdravuje vás John Wolf a Becky Wolfik a krásna Aisha.
Jellyfish.
John Wolf, ahojte.
But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in
Desert 909.
protected from the radiation-induced mutations
Ako sa dnes
that had
máte
crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The
John
synths
Wolf.
me.
Ahoj, Kieli.
Ja som syntetická máma. Nazdar, Johnny.
And you've been down here the
John
whole
Wolf.
time?
I have.
Ahoj, Desert,
Yes.
mám sa
I
celkom
know
dobré.
you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you
John
and
Wolf.
I have a chance
Som tu len machvíku som s vyvažačkou v dílni a Wi-Fi tu stojí za deravu bačkoru.
to ease your mind.
Budvar.
Krásný dobrý večer přeji všem, půl litr piva, sklenice whisky, sklenka na víno, sklenice aperolu projeli.
No, ja som dopil čaj. Takže si budeme čapnúť kolu.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting
Takže nikoho
director.
nejdeme zabiť?
I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a
Jellyfish.
responsibility I take
Budver, ahoj.
very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
10909.
They're scared
Budvar,
of you,
ahoj.
Sean. Scared
Budvar.
of the Institute.
Ahoj
People
Jeli,
are always
jak se
frightened
dnes
by what
máme?
they don't understand.
Budvar.
Ultimately, the Commonwealth
Ahoj,
has
deserte.
nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince
Jellyfish.
you of that. Just
MMT
give me
kocou.
time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
No, baborať. Budeme pohrdaví, odsúhlasíme.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
Budvar.
Jak se označuje to jméno, když někomu píšete?
Tuším zavinač. Napíšeš zavinač a meno toho, komu chceš poslať.
Are you following?
Rozumiem, čo chceš, ale neviem sa rozhodnúť.
Desert 909.
Zavináč Buvarce z Zavinak.
A musíš to meno napísať správne. Počkaj, ono by malo...
Budvar.
Zavináč Desert 909, aha, obličej s úsměvem.
Jellyfish.
Nesouhlasit.
Funguje to. Či?
Budvar.
Mně to nefunguje. Kružítko 77. Zavináč Desert 909 pokus.
Jellyfish.
Budver, mám se docela dobře, jen jsem nemohla psát. Kocour přišel na mazlení.
Desert 909.
Ano, já jsem to zmrsil, zavináč,
Your
Udvar, sorry.
institute has done some horrible
Vrahounek
things.
nejnej.
Yes, well,
Dej, nevím.
the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? The Brotherhood of Steel.
Desert
They believe they're
909.
the only ones fit to control
Zibrazuje to
technology
zvýraznené,
and
keď to je
destroy
tvoje
anyone
jméno.
who opposes them. And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast as. I simply
Budvar.
ask that you give the
Aha,
Institute
obličej s úsměvem.
a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that
Budvar.
chance?
Zavináč, jelikož přišel manžel, jo. Zubící se obličej.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience,
Jellyfish.
and finally Dr.
Budver, ale
Lee in Advanced
prdlajs,
Systems.
kocour
They've all
čtyřnohý.
been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll
Budvar.
discuss what comes next.
Neodepisuje, asi má plná ústa práce, obličej s úsměvem.
Budvar.
Tak to jo, zubící se obličej.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty
Hey, Doc.
well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we
They
go.
weren't kidding.
All set.
You really are here.
Unit, you can return
Well,
to-
all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
I'll take a look, sure.
Čo to je? Plazma, poškodenie 24, to je nič moc. Kadencie 136, to je dosť. A koľko si za to? 4000? No, biznes. Plazmová odstreľovač. No ako toto? To vyzerá zaujímavé. Kadencia 3, poškodenie 110. Kadencia 33. Poškodenie 76. No. Na štvorke mám strelačku, no ale tu mám 108. A všetko ide na plazmu a fúzne články. A ďalej. Výstroj. Mikina Institutu. Zdroj syntetiku. Veľná hruď. Ty blá, za 7000? Pravá noha, ľavá noha. Ako to je zbroj, tá zbroj? No dobre, synak, nemám zájem. Budem sa ďalej rozhliadnúť. Wow.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Vyzerá to tu hezky. Tak sterilne.
Unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%.
Klope, kde máš čelisť?
Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is
Hodenie robotiky. Wow, to je ako vo Westworlde.
Desert 909.
Ja mám dnes Potrebujem zaspat skoro a Y som o 4 tej vstava.
Ale fakt je to presne ako vo Westworlde. Víš, tak to... Tlačereň vyrobila oné kosti, na to natiahla vlákna. Super, super.
Budvar.
Já, když piju víno, vstávám cirka ve 3, žízeň mě vzbudí zubící se obličej.
You know, I love my work, but I love being a father.
Jellyfish.
You're here.
Deserte, to nemá smysl, už takhle budeš spát jen 7 hodin.
Authorized personnel only. So Dr. Ayo
Reporting status.
To knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging
Always be vigilant.
targeting package upgrades I asked for.
No, muničný sklad. Tam sa musím dostať. Uhni z tých dverí.
Enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me?
Oho.
My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Co to je? Granát. Senzor.
Desert 909.
Tak ja som uze teraz preventívne zacal pit vodu.
Desert to nerob. Vodu nepí, zrdzavieš. Keľu. Cvrček.
If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
To sú ďalšie dvere. To je niečo veselé. Či veselé. Zajímavé. Nazdar, čo robíš? Dobre, takže...
Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Budvar.
Jen 7 hodin, co bych za to dal kolikrát.
Teraz 9. Do pyžama.
Well, that was productive.
Tam ma nepustia.
Sleep is such a waste of time.
Desert 909.
Jeli v pohodestaci cirka 5 hodin. Tento týden budem mat cestivny pár dní praca a potom s rodinkou.
Last week, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Opa. Ide do toho pyžama. Čo pojem uložiť. Do pyžama pojem ťa uložiť.
When are you going to tell me about this?
Pamätá si niekto, ako sa čo to dostane?
Great man. You must be very proud.
Jellyfish.
Robotika.
Mívám tak 6 hodin a na konci týdne to je znát. Je to málo.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
No, tu sme boli. Aha.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Breptu uložit nebo uložit jako?
Breptu uložiť. Zajtra je do školy. No, šup do pyžama, príjm ťa tam. Nedělej.
Kde mám žít, mámo?
Desert 909.
Tak ja vexinou idem pred 12 a vstavam dako po 5.
Pozri seba v pokoji. Vidíš to, načísl pasku. Nejde nič.
Desert 909.
Len zajtra soferujem pár hodin, tak chcem byt ako tak culi.
Tep. Štěnice.
Message to Sal Bosconi. You and I clearly need to talk. About Danvers, about the Montrano mess, about everything. I think we'd both agree that our attempts to improve North-South relations have been a complete failure. Look, I take full responsibility for the behavior of my guys. I expect you to do the same for that moron Montrano. But what happened in Danvers? I hardly know what to say. Your people turned that theater into a slaughterhouse. Those people are dead on your orders, not mine. And for no conceivable reason I can see. So let's meet. Just the two of us. Talk it all out. You name the time and place. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Budvar.
Dnes jsem koukal na Stream The Wandering Village, docela zajímavá hra.
Wandering Village, A která
Budvar.
Ta by tě Kružítko mohla bavit.
Tugres.
Onchl.
Sitový skener.
Tak zkusíme to. Ne. Kevo. Mačka samé hovadiny. No, ako sa čo to dostanem? Čiže s každým tých vedátorov si mám pokecať. Tak momentík, na chvíľu som zpátky.
Desert 909.
Ja som pozeral Junka P. a to vypadalo tiež zaujímavo.
Budvar.
Junka P. Kružítko hrál ne.
Budvar.
Jo, hrál.
Desert 909.
To som asi nepostrehol, musím pozrieť.
Oh. Hop, a je tu lidop. To je to. No viete si predstaviť, že by som to napobehal v tom obleku? 27 metrov. Bioscience. To budú samé kecačky, bože.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've got to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves.
Excuse me,
Still
Doctor.
people, and they're suffering.
So good to have you here.
We can at least
Dr.
admit that
Clayton
it's
Holden,
credible.
head of the
After
Bioscience
all,
Division.
how can
I
we hope
can't
to
wait for you to
redefine
see the work we're
mankind
doing.
if we can't even
It's
hold on
truly
to our
amazing.
own humanity?
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany,
Budvar.
genetics, and medicine.
Jojo, v téhle fázi hry mě to přestalo bavit víc kecání než akce zubící se obličej.
Ja som sa tešil, že tam nabehne prestrelka, ešte aj Jerry mi vral, že tam chcípnú bez obleku.
We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know.
Jo, to pak můžeš. Záleží, jak se rozhodneš, sorry, zubící se obličej.
No need to rush to judgment.
Jellyfish.
In any case,
Jestli budou furt kecat, tak scípneme všici.
Or if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Budvar.
Zavináč jellyfish zubící se
Take care, then.
obličej.
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Idgalepso.
Zdarec banda.
Nazdar, JD.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
Jellyfish.
Čo? Sežem?
Jede ahojky.
Budvar.
Oni vzpomínali.
Desert 909.
Jede ahoj.
Doctor? Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Corsair chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Toto som potreboval, aby som mohol cestovať hore dole.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust
Zavináčí Galepso by mě docela zajímalo, jak takový nepick vznikne. Obličej s úsměvem.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Teď stahuju šehulk a nevím proč, ale nějak si to podvědomně spojuji s Jeli, ale vím, že Jeli není bruneta.
Hello.
To sa mi páči, keď čakáte na že rozhodujete sa, tak začnú slnečne. Haló, nebudem tu večne.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Už mi namontoval ten čip, že? To je v dnešnej dobe moderné byť načipovaný. Načipované auto, načipovaná pamäť.
All systems nominal.
Už na helmu.
Jellyfish.
Vrahounku, tak nevím, jestli se mám urazit nebo radovat, neznám to.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Urazenie sa radovať.
Budvar.
Zubící se obličej.
Desert 909.
Tak Ludkovia uze mám len pár procento baterky, tak idem off. Nevím, kedy sa mi podarí sa znovu pripojit.
Dobre, Deserte, maj sa.
Desert 909.
So,
budem na
here you are.
cestách.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father,
Jellyfish.
you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
Deserte
I'm
tak
sure
pa.
you understand. There won't be any
Budvar.
issues, will there?
Dobrou.
Ako?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Budvar.
Zavináč vrahounek nene a kde stahuješ?
Vrahounek nejnej.
Je to o silné, emancipované ženě, o právničce.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Our main
Ulož to.
instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact,
Jellyfish.
I'd very much like to know how you
Vrahounku ok,
defeated it.
budu potěšená smíchy na podlaze.
Budvar.
Jel je právnička. Usmívající se obličej se svatozáří, zmrzlý obličej, zubící se
I
obličej.
suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Pardon me, ma'am.
A teď?
Jellyfish.
Budver to ne. Kdybych tě měla zastupovat, tak vezmu úplatek a nechám tě jít za katr obličej s vypláznutým jazykem.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Budvar.
Tak teď taky nevím, jestli být uražený nebo se radovat zubící se obličej.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Zavináč jeli, ale to nedělá právník, ale vrchní zastupitel.
Ja som teraz ako minulý týždeň pozeral Lokiho. Videl si už Lokiho? To ma celkom pobavil ten
Dr.
seriál.
Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Počkaj, kde to je? ...14 metrov. Hore. Aha! On je hore. Tam to aj ukazuje šipku hore.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Jojo, ten je asi to nejlepší za hodně dlouho.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible.
Jellyfish.
Amazing.
I'm glad you
Budver,
can
raduj
appreciate
se,
what
páč
we've
jeli by měla
accomplished.
penízky a byla by
None of it
spokojená.
has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefine. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Počkat, ten úplatek by nebyl v Baileys.
He believes he's a man named Gabriel.
Budvar.
Under his leadership,
Zavináč Jellyfish, za mě by ten úplatek nebyl moc velký, zubící se obličej tak na láhev a perolu zubící se obličej.
I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those
Jellyfish.
idealistic radicals who call
Vrahounku
themselves the
NN za
railroad
penízky si
are
koupíš
behind.
lahvičku, za lahvičku si koupíš jen opičku.
But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Počkaj, však ja som kamarát so železničiarmi. No, ty mi vlastne aj pomohli sa sem dostať, ale...
Vrahounek nejnej.
Ale opička ti bude nosit banánky.
Jellyfish.
Ale tahle opička bývá nevyspytatelná.
Ježiš! Som zabudol, že mám energozbroj. Že môžem len tak skákať z 10. poschodia. Počkaj, to bola robotika. Kde zase ten výťah?
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Tu. No, sa to celkom vyznám. Že neboj, už bude akcia. Akce a
Jellyfish.
Tak vidíš, opičku má asi Kružítko a skáče ze schodů a nepoužívá výtah.
No troška mi to zobralo. BZ-ko. Body zdraví. Ok, ne. Pucle tu majú, aha. Niekde im to vypadávalo. Aha, čiže vlastne tu na je Institut. Prvný si... No čo vy na to, mám ísť železničiarov vysteriať? Ako boli na mňa milí. A vlastne sú to tiež moje deti. Vlastne vnúčatá. Kde si Šoneči, ako sa voláš? Preskočím to. Nepreskočím. A testem to okno. Nepreskočím. Musíš normálne dverami dookola.
Budvar.
Kružítko, už máš niekde vybudovanou vesnici.
Vieš čo, ako moc s vesnicami sa nepáram.
Budvar.
Jo, už vidím obličej s úsměvem.
All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Another day in the Commonwealth.
Háďa, tu si.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Our little sanctuary revival project
Dobre, si
really
prázdne.
helped. Takes my mind off things.
Nie.
All systems are go, man.
Je, tu bola tá ona. Sa nedá vyhodiť. Shish kebab. Ja najprv som to chcel uložiť. Už teraz uložiť. Až teraz data. Postoj. Vyber mŕtvú schránku. No. Ideme teraz hlavne po tom hlavnom príbehu. Potom vlastne keď prejdem hlavný príbeh, tak sa ešte môžem vrátiť do pustiny, že jo? Dokončíme hlavný príbeh a v tom komorovolte si spravíme, trošku si vyupgradujeme dedinu. No som vlastne teraz spravil ten náborový vysielač. Šesť metrov. Tu je. Rukom strieľa. Kudím sa zohol. Vedľa. Ešte dobre. Po kom strieľate vy dvaja? Ale. Au. Odpor je marný. To bol vedľa. Áno, častovka. Som proste boží. Hele, kamo.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Just give the word.
Budete asi milováni. Odpor je marný.
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, ma'am.
Počkej, to co to je? Aha, tak to som išiel dobre. To je. Musíš ísť dole spodkom. Cítim, že niekto po mne strihá, nevidím odkiaľ. Skrca, ty... Počkaj. No to skočil do vody. To je trumpeta. Ježiš.
I was mistaken.
Come on out. Nice and quick.
I thought I heard something.
Kurník. Chelu.
Find anything useful?
Kde byly ty schody? Já jsem nikdy viděl schody hore. Aha, tu. Trezor.
That's it.
Perfect.
Ne, elektrický varič neber. Trubkovod. Hezky. Rovnoho. Pěkně. Ještě tam jeden. Dobře. Ľudko, já mám úplně geniálnu mušku. Muška jenom zlatá.
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, ma'am. Ready when you are.
Aká. Le fusil
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. A jej sa to páčilo. Ale jaký zaujímavý by mi robil takéto problémy?
Got it.
Brokovnicu si nemal brať. No a trezor by som... Dívam sa na trezor a zoberie whisky.
Nice.
Počkaj, ako sa sem k tým dverám? Však tu... Nie sú žiadne schody. Veď pohňu. Tak asi musím... Však týmto dverami sme prišli. Keďže ešte vyššie. No tu nie je nič. A tu je rebrík. Slepý.
Well done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
Ah, so you are here for Route 10. What are you doing, boss? We can take these guys. Keep your mouth shut! I know what I'm doing! We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you, freely, if you walk away afterwards. What do you say? Do I have your word?
And if I refuse?
That's the way you want it? Then let's finish this! Shit!
Takes care of that. Nice work. I'll take the sync. This is X688, ready to relay the reclaimed sync P592.
Odlično, fajn. Čo to bol jeden? Tu boli len dvaja. tak vidíme, čo som spravil. Jo.
Good evening.
Good. Ještě vyšší.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
On sa snaží ma kúpiť. Dívej si do pokoje, no. No, ako sa tam dostanem? To je taký balkoník toto.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Jan navrátil.
Zdarec všem, bando.
Zrejme. Ja to musím ísť s tým stredom.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am. When you're finished,
Jellyfish.
Jan navrátil, ahojky.
Jan navrátil.
Ahoj, Dajeli.
Teraz sa nenapadne. Počkaj, vral, že nejaké zbranie, že tu bude mať. Kde ich? Pozmi článek, Steampack, puška. Miky na Institutu. No počkaj, také špinavé. Všetko to majú také sterilné, čisté a oni vám dajú, pozrite, aké zafúľané veci. To je.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia. Quite a handful.
So you're father's mother, but he's older than you. That's weird.
Takže som vaša babička.
I wish Quincy would stop telling those stupid stories.
Ešte zase musím ísť druhým vchodom.
Budvar.
Si se nevykoupal, než si to oblekl zubící se obličej.
OK, tak se jim
Jellyfish.
Dobrou noc všem.
Najlepšie, že teraz nenájdem ten môj byt. Ha? Je to má aspoň nejaké označenie, že C3.
Budvar.
Zavináč Jellyfish, dobrou noc.
A to sa otvára a zatvára, nesprchuje sa to. Čo je za sprchu? To nefunguje, je to pokazené.
Jan Navrátil.
Dobrou jel.
Žij, dobrou noc. Sladké sníčky. Keď som mal oblek, tak už skačem dole. A tebe funguje sprcha?
Budvar.
Technologické centrum a nefunguje jim sprcha obličej s úsměvem.
Nefunguje ani jemu. Dobrý. Takže byt máme na 3. poschodí. A slimák to je... Medzi červenou a čiernou. Medzi Single Edition a robotikou. Dobre.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary
You were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, Unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
Môžem ti pomôcť resetnúť?
Now get back to your...
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
29. Nic, som úplne inde.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Však to vyzeralo ako znak Yamahy.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
To už víš.
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Mother. Of course, you're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Máme to spraviť.
Hey, I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Železničiari. Kde boli železničiari? Kto si to pamätá? Ja vlastne keď si tam... To nepovím sa mne rozklikne. To bolo niekde labuť.
Use the back entrance. Too much traffic at the church and burn the sign.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
It's all true.
Deacon says you used teleportation. I can't imagine. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
I don't know.
Take your time. Think it over. But remember, the synth's fate is literally in your hands.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scab.
Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
You think the Minutemen won't help the synths?
The Minutemen are a reflection of the character of the Commonwealth people. And time again, that character has been proven to be rotten. The synths are tangible receptacles of their hatred of the Institute. Order them to help, and they'd mutiny.
I'll stick with my people in the Minutemen.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time you'll come around. The fate of the synths depends on it.
Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
No chcem, aby som sa k ním pridal. Ja sa k nim nechcem.
With you then. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute, who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
How do I make contact?
Tom devised a way to send a message to Patriot. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal. And, if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
Oh, man, you were actually there?
Kutil Tom.
Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up to contact Patriot. I got here one genuine Tinker Time special. Just load her up onto a holotape, plug her into any Institute terminal, and execute.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
Won't the Institute be suspicious if I'm the only one left?
You're a lot tougher than anyone else in their outfit. If only one person could survive, it would be you. And any story you come up with won't be contradicted. We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a courser escort. You'll have to take them down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take. So get it done.
Budeme informovat bratstvo. Ten návrat zpět. Jo.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Počkej, kde byl vchod? Jo, tam je vchod.
Dumb and ugly had a child.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So,
I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is classified. I'm sure you understand. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck, Knight.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismissed, soldier.
Je zase ten institut. Ja to nenájdem. Ja som to stratil. Ty bláho. Škoda, že to nie je nejaké vyhľadávanie, že znať názov, alebo... Aha, to je to. Ešte na u rieky. Musím vybehnúť vonku z vzducholode. Počkaj, tam bola ešte ženská, ktorá do mňa vykopala tie...
As I was saying, I've received... reports that supplies have been disappearing from our supply depot at the airport.
Vrahounek nejnej.
Takže institut zničíš?
To jsem se ještě nerozhodl.
I suspect this may be an inside job.
Attention, this is a reminder. Any recovered historical, technological, or social documentation should be delivered directly to Proctor Quinlan.
You have technical documents, perhaps?
That is all.
Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
These will prove interesting. I'll file them immediately. Here are the
Vrahounek
caps I
nejnej.
promised.
A od té doktorky budou asi chtít atomovku, mě tak napadá.
Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Mačka.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little food up there too much.
Víš, to všetko musí být zamotané.
All forms of technology should be confiscated. Or collected.
Ako neexistuje varianta, že by som sa dohodol medzi všetkými mier? Jaj.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Doctor.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
Are you kidding me? I am surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Jak sa nám to zase zamotáva, to som si myslel, že bude jednoduché. Prídem, vystrieľam. Happy end. Teraz čo vlastne mám na... Ja nejaký terminál potrebujem.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Vrahounek nejnej.
A zajít za Virgilem, ať ti dá nějaký důkaz.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Tu mohol byť nejaký... Á, terminál. Nemám to toho nějak moc. Toto vypni.
Humanity's future is Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
Opica.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Oni chovajú šimpanzi.
Operating at full capacity.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity, a kde je Neo?
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
How did you help the synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
Scanning. Subject identified.
Nejbe fešáku.
Good. He's here. Z114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. She's from the surface.
Have never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many Sensuano escapes you want?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Nie, dobre si mal. To... Dobra, nie potrzebujesz. Jak ktoś pamięta, że Virgil... Počkať! Teraz mi to došlo, Virgil bol ten oný. Ten v tej jaskyni. A... Virgil má tu onu... Prečo to nikdy nevidím?
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Počkaj, mám len tu jednu onu. Misiu zapnutú. Ukazuje mi strašne veľa vecí.
I'm in.
Čiže... Je vlastne, áno, ja som mal ísť do toho jeho labáku. A tam by mal mať ten... Až tak. Až mi neukazuje tú misiu od toho Virgila, že on chcel, aby som tu na niečomu našiel. Jo. Ty boďo. To bolo...
Jak jsou ty výzkumné vaně, tak na stole v rohu je vzorek.
Tak tam pôjdem pozrieť ešte. Budem vracať. No a toto? Počkaj, tak to dočiahnem. Dobre. Čo sa stalo? Hehehe. Som sa netrafil. Zase?
Yes. Sweet.
De facto Institut vyrobil mutanty usmívající se obličej s otevřenými ústy a smějícíma se očima.
No vyzerá to tak. Neber uniformu. O, černý laboratórium.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Engaging hostile. Engaging at minimal distance.
Kelu. Kurník, nabíj. No. Kde je hrobár? To čo bolo? Najprv ho zlikviduj.
Sweet.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit contact.
A učím po kostolovi.
Yes. Through.
Dobre, takže mali by byť ešte dve veže, ktoré som momentálne deaktivoval. Čo je toto za one? To som zvedal, že kam sa dostanem. Druhý vchod.
Vrahounek nejnej.
V tom institutu mají pěkný svinčí.
Mhm.
Got it.
Ale normálne sa už solidne strácam. Čo to? Jo. Neber všetko, čo ti príde pod ruku. Ale. Čo to normálne bielý plášť? Len ty ho nemá čierne rukávniky. Hej. Kelče ti je. Čo je však... Ako čím ľahšie zamknuté je ťažšie? Ura.
Sweet.
Mačka mala zátky. No a toto je normálne, ten aplikátor, to je všade. Či na ktorom z toho ste myslí ešte? Nie sú žiadne... Á, experimentálne. Serum. Ty brďa.
Vrahounek nejnej.
To by mě zajímalo, jestli to byly jako děti, nebo to byl inteligenční test, vzhledem k těm hračkám.
Virgil.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
How are you going to test it?
On myself, of course. That was the plan. This serum will only counteract the specific strain of FEV that I infected myself with. There's no telling what it might do to anyone else.
Súba je zaneprázdnená.
Take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Protect and serve.
Virgil?
I'm going to get some rest. Whatever happens, thank you. We just have to wait.
Takže si musím nepokať sám. Má si posťa, mne to nedovolí spať. Super mocenská letecká...
Protect and serve.
Východ. Takže toto nebol dobrý nápad, ale ešte predtým si musím dať... inventár... Medix. Ježiš. Zpátky do institutu. Asi idem spať. Čiže zbehnem, skúsim za tou sovou zbehnúť. Kde to bolo? To bolo na rieke. Že prebehol som to celé. A možno budeme dneska 55. level. To by som ešte mohol zvládnuť.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girl.
Doctor.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape? This better not be a waste of my time.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
Is this enough to convince you?
More than enough. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Rada. Čo tu máme ešte? No tak pokračujeme na budúce. Takže celkom sa nám to tu zamotáva, ale vyzerá to tak, že Institut nie je až taký dobrý, ako tvrdil. A ty čo tu spíš? Sean! Sean! Wake up! Počkaj. Kde je východ?
Vrahounek nejnej.
Tož dobrou noc.
Dobrou. Ešte by som mohol akurát Maxtonovi, či ak sa volal Paxton, Maxton. Kde je vzduchoď?
you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Paráda. Takže 55. level, či 522. Je plus 552. Dobre.
Deltas at 100%. Secondary deltas standing by.
Station keeping maintained. Thruster stable.
Tá nič. Poďme domov.
Dumb and ugly had a child. It'd be a super mutant.
Tak na to, že som dneska nemal zbroj, tak som ho naraz zarval. No tak ale väčšinu streamu bolo oné. Kecačky, no. Poďme spát. Sme proste jedničky. Zase bude niekto chrápať v mojej posteli, co už stavím. Nie, nikto. Dobre, čiže zajtra pondelí. V pondelí, čo máme v pondelí? Takže strávili sme jeden deň vo voľnom. Pondelí, no, nie, Half-Life. Epizóda 2, jasne. Už si spomínam. Takže uložiť, nie, to neukladaj. Uložíme sa pekne vonku u našej zbroje. Tak. V tom plášti je dobrá, no. Dobre, ľudkovia, tak dobrú noc, sladké sny, majte krásne, píšte básne, lajky, komentáre, zdieľania a hoďte. Obchodník prišiel, super.